Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the test server on the free-to-play account. We're going to go ahead and run through the brand new Voyage of Wonder, which is the Hazy Timberland. As you can see here, we do have 2 crystal chests, which again, we're getting some Stargazer cards, so 10 cards and 10 common scrolls, so very, very cool to get some Stargazer pulls. With our regular chest, we are getting more emblems, which quite a few emblems. So we're actually getting 60 emblems, getting 20 of the primordial emblems, and look again at all of the rare cards we're getting, which are super, super cool to get some more rare heroes so we have enough fodder. So let's go ahead and get into the adventure. Not sure if this team is going to be strong enough, and we do have, it looks like Scragenverk again. Why am I always teamed up with you? Good question. So as we can see, we start with a straight shot right to a chest, and then we do have our first battle, which is Athalia. So that might be a little bit tough right off the bat, but we're going to go ahead. We're still doing the Chimera carry, which is the main carry on this account. So I'm thinking with Chimera and Rose together that we should be able to get this one down pretty easy, and hopefully we get some choice relics as we're going through here. This is another one that's pretty specific on how you have to actually go through here. We'll go ahead and get some damage reduction, pick up a couple chests here. And I wish we could actually zoom this out a little bit so we could get an idea kind of how we're going. I took a quick look at this last night when I was playing a little bit on another account, checking it out. And even there, we're going to have to make sure we save our Chimera alts. That way we can try to get 1 per battle, so we can kind of maximize the damage we're doing here. Energy shards I love, especially if you get them early. If you get all 4 shards or even get the shard combiner, very, very powerful item as you get further with progression. So here again, we're going to save our alts. Rowan, of course, energy. Lucius will shield as soon as we can. And Brutus, we just wait for his immunity to run out, just like we do with our Labyrinth. If you guys have noticed, running in the Labyrinth, you run into Brutus, it seems like 90% of the time. Let's go with Light Bearer defense, just because we're running a lot of Light Bearers in this team. And just like I always do on all of my videos, I go through and I clear out the common camps. That way, not only is it easier to get a little bit further in the campaign or in the Voyage, but we gear up our relics essentially, so getting enough relics that we can so we have an easier time. And what I do, just like the Labyrinth, is I focus on Chimera, building anything that I can for Chimera. That way we know exactly what we need to do to actually get through this campaign, which it doesn't seem very hard so far, but I know there's a lot of mechanics to this one. And again, we'll go with Light Bearers. So the first one, we go ahead and hit this little switch. So we'll actually slide it straight over. And then we'll move it back right here so we can actually get the cannon out of the way, or this little portal out of the way. As you can see, there's a bunch of different ways to turn this one. We'll go ahead and we will fire this cannon. And then looking through on our little guide, darn thing is too complicated. It makes me want to pull out my fur. Look for portals nearby. So we'll actually move this portal back. I believe at this point we'll go ahead and fire our cannon. Let's see where the shot goes to actually. So we ignited this cannon, which is good. All right, so we'll go here. We'll slide this one. Actually, we did that one. We did 5. I'm kind of looking at the steps here to see exactly how we have to go around this one. Like I said, this one is pretty complex, so we'll go ahead and we'll fire this one again. So kind of fitting through step by step to see exactly how the portals are going to be used. Taking out a barrel on the far side, which is very nice. So then we'll go ahead and open up this spot. There's a couple portals, there's a couple barrels. There's actually quite a lot of barrels in this one. Again, here I want to try to get Lucius up kind of as soon as we can. It's getting pretty close there. All right, so we'll come actually down this way. We'll pull this blue switch, which that is our 2nd energy shard. A lot of times in the Voyages, when I see the energy shards, I always pick them up because if they're offering them early, it seems like we get a lot of them. And here we do have a good stun. Hopefully, well, as Chimera builds power, as you can see, just absolutely destroys some of the stages. Third energy shard, damage dealt is increased by 25%. Now if we could just find the combiner or a fourth shard would be absolutely phenomenal. So go ahead and shield here. It looks like Chimera is actually banished for a minute, but we should be able to get her ult off. Get some stuns going on, just let her damage over time do its trick, which it does very, very well. So we'll come through here, we'll hit the blue switch on the bottom here. Oh, another energy shard. So make sure the energy shards, that's all 4 of them we have already. Now if we do get the combiner, all right, so that one actually switched quite a few here. So let's see where we have to go from here. I believe it is back to this switch. And then we'll actually go to, I believe it's going to be this cannon again. Taking out another barrel there, which then going back to this switch on the top. And again, this is kind of crazy with the way that it goes, but kind of follow along because there is a very specific pattern with kind of how it has to go. So I'm not sure that one is going this way again. And then let's go ahead and fire this one. Let's see where this one goes. I think it's going to move that cannon out. Take out another barrel. Which then it says go this way to go down. I'm actually looking at a newly posted guide on Reddit to kind of get a run through that way. The video's not so long trying to figure out this whole place. Like I said, I ran through it quite a bit yesterday on another account because I wanted to see how it looked. And it is very, very complicated. But overall, as long as you go kind of step by step, pretty easy to get through overall. So this will actually fight all the way down to the bottom on this one. I like the entrancing just for the fact that if Chimera can get off her ult while they're entranced, they actually fight themselves in the front line, which you'll see here. So the actual damage just ticks while they fight each other, which is very, very easy. And again, we wait for Brutus's shield. So we got a long way to come down here. In strength, we only run Lucius, so we'll go with our faction. I do like the Divine Light as well, but it seems like the hero levels are getting pretty high, but with Chimera being where she's at, shouldn't be any problem. Get a couple stuns with Rowan. We shouldn't need another ult. Oh, which Belinda went down, but that's okay. So here, I do like the Warhorn a lot. All right, so we'll pick this one up. We'll actually come down, hit this red switch, which will bring us all the way back to the beginning. So moving all the way back to this, the bottom right switch, because it's actually 4 switches. So as we move this one, we'll go back to this cannon. Taking out this barrel. Then we'll move, actually this way is just a clean shot all the way through. So then we'll go back to our bottom left switch. Switch that one over. All right, so we did that one. Like I said, this place is pretty confusing with the way it's set up. So we'll do bottom right, then we'll do top right. Then it'll be bottom right again. And then we'll go from there. It'll be back to the blue switch, which is actually all the way down here. The blue lever, excuse me. So we'll switch the blue lever back. Then we'll come back to move a couple more places around. All right, so we are there now. So we'll go back to our cannon here. Go ahead and fire this one. We got to take out some of these remaining barrels. So back through the green door, back there, through the purple door. Purple door ignites this cannon, so all the way around the world. Easy. You wonder why we're always teamed up like this? So we are almost done with this. So we'll actually go to the top left cannon, and then we'll go to the top right cannon as we continue to kind of rotate these around. And then we'll go to the bottom right. And then from there, we're actually, like I said, almost done, because we'll go back to the top right. Then we'll go ahead and fire this cannon through this door here. Perfect, got the other barrel there, which it seems like it's just going to be a lot of cleanup at this point. So we got that one, and then we're, like I said, we're almost done. This will be back to the red switch, which we hit a little while ago. So we'll go ahead and we'll pull that lever, and then back to the bottom left, which is going to be this one here to the bottom left. Then we'll fire our cannon one more time here, which is the one that we ignited last time. Clean out that barrel. And I believe that will just about do it. So that clears our way all the way to the bottom here to get to the final chest there. And we also have to just clean up everything else at this point. So you can run through the rest of this battle. Oops, I actually forgot to add somebody in here. You can go ahead and just run through the rest of this voyage as you see fit, because as of right now, all of the barrels are cleaned up, all of the ways are open, all of the chests are open at this point. So you can go ahead and just get the final chest and just clean up all of the other chests. So if you want to quit viewing at this time, like I said, everything is open at this point. You just have to go around, clean up all the chests, which we'll do in the remainder of this video. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Pretty confusing if you follow it step by step. So even if you slow down the video a little bit and just run it through step by step, you'll easily be able to go through it just like I did. I will put the link to the guide from Reddit up in the video. Very, very cool. Very, very step-by-step guide, but you have to make sure you follow it step by step. If one of the cannons are out of place, it is going to throw off where you're going and the methodology to clear out the entire place. And I think in this one, once you get a little bit confused, or even if it gets a little bit mixed around, might be a little bit difficult to kind of find your path or find out where you were or where you have to get to with all of the steps that are involved. So we'll go through, we'll pick up a little bit haste, which is always good. And there's 120 rare cards, which is going to make a huge difference. This is an account that we need a lot of fodder on. At this point, I just want to make sure that we're not wasting Chimera's ults. Because I don't know how strong the final boss is going to be, but as you can see, you do have to clean up pretty much all of the camps to clean out all of the chests. So you're going to accumulate a stockpile of relics kind of going through here. From what I've read is the last boss is not very difficult. So I'm thinking once we do stockpile the relics, it's going to be pretty easy to go through, which will pick up a little bit of defense there. And just continue with the Chimera carry, which has proved to be so powerful. So this will bring us to our first crystal chest, which is down here. We'll go ahead with some heals, even though I really like the haste. So this one we do get our 10 common scrolls. So we cleared out this place. So now let's go ahead and start up here. We have 2 more paths to clear out. And that'll be the entire new voyage. So I'm hoping, like I said, that I can go ahead and just clear it the first go around with everything. Seems like we haven't got many legendary relics yet, though. Oh, there's our doubler. Look at that, the shard combiner. Super powerful because I do have all 4 shards. So that just puts our damage through the absolute roof with that shard combiner. Not only increasing the damage dealt, but also mitigating the amount of damage that we're taking. We'll go ahead and pick up Sun and Moonstone, Fire and Icebringer, still some of the absolute top relics in the game. So make sure if you do see them, always a good choice to pick them up. And here again, we'll just wait for Brutus's shield. which does remind me of most Labyrinth runs that you do. We'll go with some critical strike damage, so when Chimera does crit, we're doing a lot more damage with her. And here we'll go ahead and just wait for Thorin, which the final dot always almost kills whoever the dot is on. I love the Voodoo Doll, especially when you have someone like Chimera who is just massive, massive AoE damage. All right, so this was our entrance path. So let's go ahead and we'll clear this path. And then we'll clear the bottom path, which will be to our final chest to conclude the Peaks of Time, or the Voyage of Wonder. I don't know why I keep calling it the Peaks of Time, but the new Voyage of Wonder. It even took, I think, about 2 ticks on that one. We were able to take everybody down. So very excited about the new Voyage of Wonder. Definitely anything that gives us free loot. Very, very awesome. Especially sometimes they give us a red chest with a choice hero, which would be nice. Go ahead and increase Chimera's damage by 20%, as well as Rose, as well as Rowan. And if you don't have a Chimera to do a solid carry like this, actually a lot of people build Chimera to go ahead and get her as a mercenary. Does very, very powerful, a truckload of damage, even as a mercenary. With some of my lower accounts, I've just used her as a mercenary. We'll stun Savannah there, let the dots. And I'm sure with that taint ability, there goes Rowan's hit points too. Absolutely down to, I think, 1 hit point again. Go ahead and mitigate some of the backline damage. So as you can see, there are a ton of battles in here. So even though it's relatively confusing with the amount of cannons there are, which we'll go for accuracy since we don't have any maulers. All right, so we got this chest. So we got one more path, which this one we already cleared. So this is the final path for the final chest. And let's see how difficult the last battle is. Like I'd heard that it's not very difficult, but with AFK Arena offering such a wide range of heroes, so some people who have easy clearing ability, like the Chimera carry, will have difficulty on several stopping points. Which I forgot, we did have Screg in this, so we do have a Mauler in this one. Again, we're buying a couple seconds there when they actually attack themselves. And that one, taint ability came off Rowan, which was good. We'll go ahead, we do run Lucius. So we got another chest here, it looks like 2 more. I believe we do have to clear all the way down here just to move the card over. The next battle I'm going to try not to ult, or maybe just Chimera's ult. Thunderburst, very, very powerful artifact. And this looks like a pretty tough battle too. Especially if you let them scale. So if we can do this and get Lucius, we'll save the rest of it. That should be enough to take everybody out. Maybe. No, might have to do one more. Just because of the healing power of Taylene. Absolutely crazy the amount that she can heal. Right. We'll go ahead and get that just because. So they are out of reach. So we'll swap this cart over. And then we'll come all the way back around for the final battle, which I seen a Mizoth, I seen an Athalia. So this is the final battle for the Voyage. You're wrong. Use your Ironjaw Beast to charge them. Not sure if there's anything special about using Scrag or some of the other heroes, because that's a lot of times what it is. but we should be able to get a Chimera alt, and then probably with Rose get another alt. So relatively quick, so that should conclude it for the peak or the Voyage of Wonder. Like I said, I'm not sure if there was something special about using a different hero here, but that is our final chest. So $1 pack right there. Got our 10 cards. So always continue the adventure, like I've said time and time again before, making sure that it is clear, which I'm not sure if there's a hidden chest in there, but that concludes it. We have both of our crystal chests. We have our 19 of our regular chests. So make sure when you're going through the guide, even if you run it a little bit at a slower speed, that you don't miss any of the points, because it is absolutely crazy if you do, trying to figure out the point where you need to break a barrel. So again, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Super excited about the new Voyage. Very cool to see. Definitely getting some good loot out of these voyages. They need to add a couple more peaks of time, in my opinion, which some of the voyages they could convert over pretty easy. But again, that will conclude it for this adventure through the Hazy Timberland. And as always, thank you guys for watching.